So there's this one ancient meditation hack that I learned from one of my great mentors who I actually personally met on one of my vacations. And this guy has done everything in the spiritual realm, from ayahuasca retreats to silence retreat. What he did is he took the learnings from this and applied them not only to his spiritual life, but to his business life and to his business. And basically these teachings made him richer than you could possibly fathom, right? Like, this guy was making hundreds of thousands a month, which was absolutely amazing. And he's quite young, right? So in this video, I'm going to be just talking about this one ancient meditation hack that he was able to kind of express to me and dumb it down to me so much, because I'm quite new to the meditation spiritual world. And now I'm going to tell you guys. And basically, if you take this advice, you're going to be set up. So if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the videos, I'm basically making 2 a day for the next 6 days. This is the second of this, whatever. Making a video a day for 90 days. This is like video 20 something. I'm not exactly sure, but we're making videos based on self-interest, based on business, based on cool fucking shit. So let's jump into it. So I read this book once called How to Do Nothing. And this is kind of what it encapsulates. So this book, How to Do Nothing, I read in grade 11. And we actually had to read it and write a paper on it in English. And this book, How to Do Nothing, was literally exactly how it sounds. How to do nothing, right? Just how to just do nothing. It basically talks about how we live in an era where we're constantly bombarded with, social media here, this thing's going on here, whatever. And our attention spans are so fucked, right? And the solution to this that they basically propose is that we're unable to just simply do nothing anymore, right? Think about the last time you've done nothing. Think about the last time you've just gone outside and just not brought your phone, not brought music, not gone with an intent to do something, and just gone outside, right? It's nuts. It's probably been a few months, right? You've probably always gone outside or always done something with the intent of doing something. You've probably always gone on a vacation with the intent of going and doing possibly an excursion, doing something here, sitting on the beach here, right? Instead of just going and doing it. I know it sounds kind of weird for me to say, but let me keep going here. So there's this thing called meditation, and I'm sure most of you are aware of it. And this has to do everything with meditation. So how most view meditation, I know a lot of gurus and a lot of self-help people, they either are for it or they're against it, right? So if you look at somebody like Alex Hormozi, he's just totally against it. He's like, wake up, drink my coffee, get to work, 12-hour day, 15-hour day, 16-hour day, execute, right? That's a good thing. If that works for you, good. If it makes the boat go faster, if it's getting you closer to your business goals, by all means do it, right? But a lot view meditation as simply a waste of time. Oh, what am I going to do? Sit and just breathe? Like, dude, like, I'm wasting time. I could be like doing things, right? That's how most view meditation. And the society that we currently live in is very unspiritual centric, right? We have little to do with optimizing spirituality and most to do with optimizing productivity, right? And spirituality is a form of reflection, right? So most of you, and I'm going to say most of you because society in general, your brains are fucked, right? Your attention spans are fucked. You're constantly in a state of do more. What more can I do? What more can I add to my plate? Because you think more equals more. And I get it, right? You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do all these things, right? Let me draw you a photo here, though. Let me draw you a picture. Have you ever had a day where let's say you wake up, right? And you feel kind of anxious to get to work, anxious to do something, overwhelmed in a way. and you just go about your day and just don't do it. You like procrastinate on it. You just don't really take action on it, right? Because you're constantly thinking about this, and you're thinking about what if this, what if this. And the one thing that you have to do, that one major task, you don't do. You do everything else around it, yet avoid that one thing. And that basically has everything to do with what my spiritual mentor taught me, right? So it's just practicing nothingness in a way, right? So when you're in that state of inaction, you're in a state of unpresence, right? That ultimate form of the ultimate form of consciousness is presence, right? It's omega. There's alpha, which is a very low brainwave, and there's omega, which is an enlightened, opulous brainwave, right? And when you sit down and you don't even have to label it as meditating. You can label it as nothingness time, right? This is how I like to label it. And it kind of goes back to what I said originally about the book that I read, How to Do Nothing. Just sit and do nothing, right? Just sit. It doesn't even have to be inside. It can be outside. It can be in the backyard. It can be at home in your bed. It could be on the floor in your kitchen. I don't give a shit, okay? Just sit and do nothing. And it's going to feel boring. You're just going to be kind of like sitting and wondering and waiting and being like, when's this going to be over, right? You're going to set a timer on your phone for 20 minutes and you're going to sit. I like to sit on the edge of my chair or make sure I'm at least sitting up straight, because when you lean back into your chair, what happens is certain parts of your brain turn off. And you're not as conscious. So if you sit on the edge of your chair or actually sit upright, then you're activating different parts of your brain. So sit upright, set a timer on your phone for 15 or 20 minutes, and then sit there and do nothing for 15, 20 minutes. And what's going to happen is you're going to see your brain start wandering, right? You're going to see different things constantly coming to your consciousness, thoughts, and these thoughts are going to lead to other thoughts, right? And maybe these thoughts will be destructive, or maybe they will be constructive, right? You don't know. But what it is when these thoughts come to your mind, the quicker you're able to shut them off, the quicker you're able to say, hey, I'm getting a thought, cut it off, then that time basically equals your attention span. It's crazy, right? So if you're new to meditation, you're probably going to sit down, close your eyes, and then you're going to get a thought, and then you're probably going to just go into like a daydream for a bit. And you're going to catch it maybe after a while, right? And then if you're more advanced, you're going to feel that thought coming on, catch it instantly, back in the present state, right? So this is when you're in the present state. I know Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about this. If you're in the present state, you're going to be constantly bombarded with either thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future, right? Which are pulling you away from this present consciousness. Even right now when I'm talking, I'm thinking what I should be doing after while I should be focusing on this. Focusing on now, right? So you're constantly either being pulled in the past or the future, right? And if you're able to align yourself for those 15, 20 minutes and just stay right here right now and catch yourself. It's almost as if you're sitting on a highway or sitting on a bridge overlooking a highway, right? And you're watching cars come by. Red car, blue car, yellow car, truck. And you're not holding on to the cars. You're not putting a rope down and trying to fish the cars in. You're just seeing the thoughts, seeing the cars, and just letting them pass. With the out breath, nice car, right? Interesting thought, right? Acknowledge it. Don't ignore it. Acknowledge it because it means something. And then with the exhale, just let it go. And when you catch on to that, your productivity is going to skyrocket. It's literally like if you're sitting down and just practicing on focusing. How important is your attention span in the business world? I would say that your attention span is one of the most important things, right? Fuck Facebook ads, Fuck all these nitty gritty skills. If you're not able to sit down and focus on something for an extended period of time, you're fucked, right? You are totally done for in this world. So if you're able to refine this, it's almost as if you're refining one of the most important tools in your tool shed as a businessman, right? And this is where the spiritual world comes in. I don't want to get into chakras and all the power centers and energy centers. That stuff doesn't really matter in terms of my point of view, in terms of, I don't say it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter in my current paradigm at this moment. Maybe it will in the future, right? But the more you practice just being present and focused, the more you're going to be able to sit down and just focus when it comes to business, right? It's the same as if you're just practicing shooting free throws. When you go and shoot that free throw in the basketball game, you're going to be more likely because you practiced it. Practice focusing, you're going to be better at focusing. It's very straightforward, right? So, and I'm sure you guys have met those people where you talk to them and they can't even look you in the eye because you can tell they're thinking about something else. You try to bring up a concept, you try to bring up some sort of point, and you have to get it out quick, right? Because you know their attention span is garbage, right? You know you have to get it out quick. You know you have to spit it out quick because they can't look you in the eye and just sit there for 30 seconds and listen. They can't do it, right? And those people are the people who they're done for. And you don't want to become one of those people because if you're not present, you're not conscious. And if you're not conscious, you're no better than an ape. You're no better than a chimpanzee, right? So practice focusing, practice consciousness, practice meditating, and just sitting there and doing nothing. And you don't even have to label it as meditating. Just go outside and just don't do anything. It sounds weird. And you're probably like, oh, but I always have to be grinding, hustling, right? Yeah. Do you always have to be lifting to gain muscle? Hell no, right? Is less more in terms of lifting? That's a case definitely to be argued, right? So same applies to this. Focus on the fundamentals, focus on the foundation, go outside and do nothing, sit and do nothing, and then when you actually have the time to get to work, you're going to blast off. It's going to be nuts. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. We're hoping to get 4 subscribers. If you're the 4th subscriber, you're a G, I must say, right? You're a G, and you're going to be these first 4 subscribers. When you see the 400,000th subscriber come in, I'm going to come to your house and just personally dap you up, dude. Right? I swear to God, when I hit that, you're going to be one of the first. So I'm actually enjoying making these videos. They're quite cool. I think we're on like day, I want to say like 20 something. And yeah, these videos are fun to make. They're kind of cool. Sometimes I don't want to make them. Like right now it's like kind of late. I don't really want to make this and I kind of crammed it, but they're kind of fun to make. So please shoot me a like, shoot me a subscriber, shoot me a subscribe. If you have any questions, just literally leave a comment. I'll respond. And yeah, have a blessed evening.